Good morning, beekeepers. It's Tuesday, the 29th of July. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's already 88 degrees. Feels like temperature is already 100 degrees, but I need to get out here and take a look at these hives real quick, and that's what I'm going to try to do. All right, we're over here on the east side, getting set up. Wanted you to see this, my oldest box here. You may not be able to see, but I have the telescoping covers tilted to let them breathe a little bit. Well, they've been on the side of this box since I did it. Plus, they're also bearding on the front of the box. This is minor. Usually, the whole first box is covered down to the stand, but we're gonna go into this box first. Kind of do like we did on the last one. We're gonna look for supplies in the top box. If there's none up there, then we'll go down into the bottom next box, and we just need to make sure they've got food, plenty of food for the winter. So if they're no longer bringing in any supplies, then I've got to get started feeding them. And I'm hoping we don't have to do that yet. That sugar bill adds up fast. And I'm guessing that my tin cover works pretty good because they're not bearding. I just hadn't got around to making any more of them yet. I want to make it bigger so that it shades more of the box, kind of like this one does. That's got their attention. All right, all of these I put in 10 frames. That's the acorn frame, there's nothing on it. The other frame, I can't remember where I bought these other frames. I'm gonna have to look it up because they really build them out, and they're not doing much on these acorn frames. This hive isn't doing anything at all, but they are building out the others, but there's no honey up here at all. Oops, may have one frame. It's completely built out and has a trace of honey in the middle. But that's not enough food. So I'm gonna have to take this box off. Kind of find out how much is in the next box. Yeah, there's nothing in that. That's a deep frame. And this got nothing on it. It's not even built out. Yeah, I think the last time I went through here, I found that these 6 outer frames have nothing. Not even wax. They've stripped the wax. Yep. Okay, there's a frame of honey. And they've been eating it, some of it. Same with that one. It's full of nectar and honey. That's a lot of old honey, but they will still eat it. They just prefer the new stuff, of course. Don't we all? All right. One of the new frames. It's built out. It's got honey capped on one side, a little bit of honey capped. Not much to speak of. Let me set that a little closer. Usually get smoke in my face. And all right. That is a frame of new larvae. The whole, both sides are full of 2 or 3 day old larvae. In fact, I think I just saw the queen take off down there. All right, that's a full frame of this year's honey. And on the back, they're filling in the blank spots with nectar. This has been a small hive ever since I split it. It's never really taken off very well. All right, there's honey, and there's honey. So if they survive the winter, the next frame's honey. Next year they'll be getting a new queen. She's had all year and she hadn't built this hive up at all. Yeah, that's a packed frame, and that's a packed frame. So we have resources. We have one frame of larvae, but there is no capped. So either we've got a brand new queen that just started laying, or hopefully there's a bunch more capped brood in the bottom. But right now, this did have 6 empty frames. These frames I know are full. These are still empty, but they're fixing to have a whole bunch of new babies, a whole bunch of new nurse bees. So they really need to fill all these frames up before winter. And I'm going to take the honey box off the top. They don't need it. They need to spend their time, instead of making wax, well, they still need to make wax to fill those frames, but instead of worrying about a honey box on top, they need to be concentrating on that. So we're going to take that honey box off. Because they're never going to fill it anyway. Not this year. And where'd my tool go? Oh, there it is. Space this back out. And we'll take a look at it again in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to put that cover on yet, so I have a place to put my smoker. Yeah, the bees got rid of the wasp nest that got me last week. I put that cover on there and got stung by a wasp. Yeah. I'm out here working bees and I get stung by a wasp. But I'd already taken my suit off and was moved that on there to cool them. Ooh, they really proptylized that. There are so many bees in the top of this box. Let's see if they're productive bees or if they're just, wow, from the looks of the wax. They're busy. There's a medium frame. That's full. I can tell by the weight. This frame is completely full. They're not capping it, but it's full. And I know I need to move my camera. Let's go ahead and set this frame up here. I have not yet noticed any robbing in my area, which also leads me to believe that we've got still got enough nectar coming in. We don't have to worry about it. Let me cross in front of my hive, make them mad. Okay. Now last week I mowed in front of this and they didn't come after me, but I was fully protected anyway. I don't mow in front of them without a full suit. These bees have never chased me. And I say that, now they'll chase me. But here we go. Second frame. Completely full of nectar. Yeah. I thought my honey harvest was over. Third frame, completely full of honey. And as you can see, there's lots of bees working this. Oh, we got some cross comb. Good thing we found it now. And no one knows why they do this. But occasionally, they'll start building out from the frame over to the next frame. But it makes some good, nice fresh honey. Nice fresh wax. Sometimes it's full of honey That one's got a larva or two in it, which I don't like. That may have been the only ones. All right. The other side is, I mean, they're just full of honey. Was not expecting them to fill this. But it's quite evident we still have a flow going on. Maybe not much, but yeah, that one's full. I may take some of these out and freeze them because these are full. Freezing them kills the mites. I mean, not the mites, but the beetle larva, small hive beetle larva, and if there's any waxworms get in there, it stops them. And then I can harvest the honey a little later. Yeah, because these are full. Let me shake one a little bit. Yeah, there's a little light nectar. So I'm not going to pull any of them right now. I'm just wanting to go through here and make sure I don't have any larvae. Any beetles. No, there is no sign of yeah, every frame in this box is full. I'm going to put that box on top. These girls are working it still. And if they still have, with all the bearding, never hurts to give them a little more room if they're going to be putting up honey or building frame, either way. Still good. Every one of those frames is tilted. That's all right. When I put these, I'm gonna put these back in there. And since it's a honey box, it doesn't matter what order they're in. And people have shown that it's not real important, except during cold season. It's not real important on brood frames because I've seen a lot of experienced beekeepers put empty frames in to expand the brood area. But you never want to do that during the winter because you separate the brood out and you're going to kill it. All right, well, this is kind of a good turn. Box that I took off of this one, I'm going to put on a very active hive and see if they won't finish it. All the frames are twisted. All right, it's very hot out here. I'm gonna guess we're into the 90s. And I really wish I had another inner cover. That's another thing for my wish list for Nobby. Need some spare parts. Oops. Let's prop that dude up. Put my little screen over the top. Give it some more shade. And let them girls go to work. So these two are good. Moved a box around to get some more honey built out, or frames built out anyway. And let's go to the other side. All right, here we are on the west side. And you can see the difference over here. Population is quite a bit higher. And you can see the bees just flying this morning. I don't know what their nectar source is, but they are busy little boogers. So let me get finished suiting up and we'll go into them. All right. Going to go into this little one first. It really needs to be picking it up or it's going to have to be merged. It's kind of small for even here in the south. The population's not good and they don't have any stores to speak of. Look like they got quite a population. But population ain't gonna help them none if they don't have any food. They're quite noisy since I hit them with the smoke. All right. Let me see how the camera's set up here. Acorn frame, again, nothing on it. They have built wax out. Oh, they got some honey stored on that one. Next frame is a normal frame. They built it out and they've capped some of it. They've been busy. I'm impressed. Wow, that frame is full and mostly capped. The backside is capped. And that's the 10 frame. Okay, the next frame is capped honey on one side. And on the other side, they're capping it, but it's bare in the middle. Next frame, kind of the same thing. It's fully capped on one side. These girls have put up a lot of honey in the past week or so. Look at that. I mean, completely full and capped. They've been really busy. Now this one does not have a queen excluder, and the queen is not moved up. Okay, so we got a partial frame here. So I'm gonna move 2 frames that are capped to the outside. And put these others back in the middle. This is another split that I made that's never really taken off. They are doing good right now. So, and they've got a full box of honey. Probably won't harvest any of it. Give them a chance to have plenty of resources to get off to a good start next year. We'll just continue to see how they go. They're looking good. This heat is horrible. All right, let's go into my big hive. I don't know if I got him or not. Oop. We have small hive beetles. And I haven't had a problem with them all year. And if I don't see any more than 2, they're both dead. So we'll see how they produce. We'll see if there's any need for concern. If I don't see any more than 2, they're not getting anywhere. All right, get my stand over here. All right. They're putting honey in it. And let me move my camera. Now I left a box with the undrawn and partially drawn, fully capped, or it's partially capped, full of honey. I left the remnants on the hives so they'd have something to do just in case. And yeah, they're still bringing it in. That one's not full, but it's capped on, partially capped on one side. So they'll finish that one off if the flow continues at all. Yeah, that one's really light, but the middle's full on one side. The main thing is they're drawing it out still, and they're putting nectar in them. So there's still something out there for him to eat. And bring back for storage. Yeah, that one's pretty full. I'd say 60% on one side, 90% on the other. Same here. They've begun to cap what they've got in there. I mean, we haven't had any rain to speak of in, well, the whole month of July kind of, but it's been really dry. But apparently they're getting nectar from something. So we are doing good. They still got plenty of space. I know the population's still growing because I see them all over the front. Saw an orientation flight yesterday that looked like a swarm almost. It was that big. All right, so let's get the frames centered up. All right, so we got another hive that's in excellent shape. They're still bringing in nectar, so now this is another one of my problem hives. Kind of makes me wonder on that one. When I shoot smoke up underneath it, they get really loud. But it is a screen bottom board, so that the smoke just comes all the way up through the hive. Sure got a face full that time. I don't even have a full set of frames in this one. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about it, but okay, they're building out. Got one there that's very full. They've repaired all these frames. I think these were pulled frames, but I really need at least 2 more frames in here. Let me put my inner cover on there and go see if I got a couple of frames I can put in there. All right, 3 frames that I extracted a couple of weeks ago. They'll still be nice, and they were in dry storage, so I have some in the freezer, but yeah, that probably wouldn't be very nice. They'd probably enjoy the cool, but I'm afraid it'd cause problems. But these are ready, and they can clean them up, give them something to do. During the rest of this season. All right, there we have it. Now it's supposed to be in the 80s. like Friday. I need to do OA treatments, and I don't feel comfortable shooting OA into a hive when it's 100 degrees. Okay, there we have it. All 6 hives are in good shape. I got a full box of honey that I wasn't expecting. One of these over here's got a box that's almost done. I may get to pull them. Well, I will pull them all before winter, but it invites hive beetles to take over. Populations are pretty good. A couple of them are still a little small, but I think they've got enough population to make it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave some comments. I'd just love to hear it when y'all comment on my videos to make sure that you still like what I'm doing. Later this week, we're going to do an OA treatment. I'm also going to work on a video showing a review on my purchases this year, see how they've held up. The Temu box was the biggest surprise, but I'm not going to give you any more information than that. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.